Oh, welcome back, class. Not your guide here on Y Caliber. This is Dragon Age Inquisition. And I messed around, and I guess it turns out that those inventory mods just don't actually work. So that's good.
There's nothing left of them. Can't even tell who they were.
Dead Legion, I guess.
Sorry, Ren.
Join the Legion knowing you're already dead. You don't fear the killing blow. We rest in the stone and pass our strength back to her. That's our reward. But the Darkspawn defiled these soldiers.
Ooh.
They can't return to the stone. They'd only weaken her.
There must be some way to lay them to rest with honor.
We can burn the remains.
Aye. That's all we can do.
Sorry to hear that, dude. What's beeping at me? Oh, that thing. Pass. So I don't have any points, but it looks like Sarah got some. I think we said we were going to do something with one of these flasks. But I think we've already done it. Are there any good things here? Regenerate stamina on a critical hit. Boost dexterity. Blood-curdling poisons. I mean, that could be quite handy. What about this one? That's pretty good. And a point for the Iron Bowl. Lightning Jab. Doesn't seem to have any of those things going on. Alright, that's everybody. Let us continue our descent into this Thaig.
Look at that, Ren. Could this be Thaig, Heidrun?
Darkspawn all over it. You can see their torches.
We're getting close to something.
Aye. The fight of our lives.
Did Sarah just die? Looks kind of like she did. Now that's looks like the map we saw. The map we saw pointed to something beneath it. So I wonder if there's a way to get there. Looks like the answer is maybe. But we're probably going to have to deal with this nonsense first. Oh, what'd I miss? Is it a... Interesting. Like it showed up over there, but then was clearly not what we were looking for. And then it disappeared. Alright, so nothing there for us. Let us continue onwards. I think my supplies are already fine, but what can you do? Oh, are they going to spare us that ride? That's awfully... No, they aren't. They are not going to spare us that ride.
Keep your mouth closed when fighting Darkspawn. Their blood's poison.
Lovely creatures.
There was this Carter boy, Vaughn, who joined the Legion around the same time I did. Fast with daggers. Could poke 50 holes in a hurlock before the Blighter knew what happened. Daggers are messy. Vaughn swallowed some spatter. Took him 3 days to die.
You know, a mask might be good. A mask, you know? To stop the blood getting into your body. Like a mask. No? Just nobody else thinks that's a good idea? Alright, that's fine. I just thought maybe a mask.
Lost a good soldier in the roads once. She fell down a hole. Found her 3 days later.
He loves this story.
She spent a whole day telling us all the strange things she saw while lost. A golden longboat floating in the air. Packs of hairless children hunting nugs. A giant skeleton on a throne.
Was it true?
Never found out. She woke up the next day, couldn't remember any of it.
Fascinating. Well, I hope it counted that gear that I just picked up, because, I mean, I'm not doing this for my own personal pleasure. It's specifically so that we can open doors. You know how much I like doors and the opening thereof. Specifically the opening thereof, not so much just doors themselves. Another gear over there. We'll grab that on our way back. Some of these are pretty well hidden. Okay, that's just the handle thing over there. And we need to go and grab this. Thank you. 3 is normally enough to open a door. I wonder if they're going to be enough gears to open all the doors. Or if it's going to be one of those situations like Hala? Was it Hala? Where you had to kind of choose.
This matches what's on the Grey Warden's map. Time to look around.
And they didn't tell you that. So you spend a while convinced that you've messed up, when in fact you have not. Sorry, I'm just going to grab this while we're up here. That worked pretty well. Now, was there another gear over here, or is it in the next room? It's in the next room. One of the mods I installed boosts the scanner thing just a little bit. Gives it greater radius, and also lets it sort of see through walls and stuff like that. I'm surprised we're finding situations where there's only the one Deep Stalker. Okay, so we should probably explore these while we're in the area. It wouldn't do to miss out on something.
Have a look at this.
What do we got over here? Is it going to be a fight? We don't need any of that junk. There's enemies on the other side of this door, unsurprisingly. Peekaboo. Ooh, you got me. You got me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I almost lost my leg to a hurlock a few years back. Left a nasty scar.
How'd you get away?
Kicked her with the other leg.
Good man.
Seriously, keep your guard up. They'll use your tongue as jewelry.
Ugh.
I'll remember that.
Says there's... Oh, okay. It's these vines. That's what it is. What do we got over here? Iron. I thought perhaps we'd be heading towards another gear, because I remember there was one over by that ladder we saw in that direction. But it seems not to be the case. Is this leading me where I'm supposed to be going? That won't do. You know I hate going in the right direction. Can we come down here? Looks like the answer is yes, but maybe you shouldn't. Okay. Well, that's taken care of. Now, which way were we actually supposed to go? No, it's just a pot. I see enemies in there. And up there. Someone just fell through the ceiling. Nope, didn't fall through the ceiling, just very large, perhaps. Alright, let's see what that thing is in there. I'm very curious. Oh, it's a giant spider. That disappeared. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be no problem. And nothing bad will come of it. Right?
I heard the hero of Ferelden came down here during the Blight.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Cardall met the Warden, but I never had the pleasure.
Do you often see Grey Wardens?
From time to time. They're a good bunch. Tough in a fight. Fearless.
Thought you were going to try and scare us that way, eh? It's not gonna cast that spell, eh? There you go. Now you got it. Is this the lyrium guy?
More on the lyrium experiments. Looks like his results were inconclusive.
Oh boy. Okay, what do you got for me in here? Some gold. I'll take that happily. And obviously glands. I mean, who am I to turn my back on such an offering of glands? You know? So delicious. And nutritious too, like good and good for you. It's really the best kind of combination. So is this where I came and jumped off the edge? Yeah, it is. So this looks like it leads to where I'm actually supposed to go. So we should explore everywhere else first. Now, you know, having discovered that, we will perhaps get something new in terms of our explorations. Now, what is waiting for us here? You think it's going to be spiders, deep stalkers, or darkspawn?
I've heard encouraging things about your progress topside. That you're bringing order to the chaos.
That's what they tell me.
We could use that down here.
No, that's not what I wanted. Obviously I didn't want that. Now it's going to take forever to actually get that when I need it again. Those things are a bit of a pain. Just a bit, though. I mean, they could be a lot worse. Oh, Sarah, you're not looking so good there. But 4 ancient gears? Good gravy. It's a bonanza. Well, that was a good move, I think. Glad we came over there. Okay. So then we just got to come back over this way. So this is where we started, excuse me, this is where we started going down, but then turned back. So everything is connected in a certain way, from a certain point of view.
Here's something.
You know it. Oh, no note about this one? It's just some boring door that nobody cares about? Well, what's behind it?
Caravan. It may have been down here for centuries. I wonder if anything's left.
There's a gear. So that's something. What have you got for me? An ornate battle axe, Venatori helmet, superior guard belt. Yeah, we'll take that. And what have you got? Superb dexterity. Pretty good. Don't mind if I do. You're currently wearing... What have you currently got on? Enhanced Amulet of Cunning. I guess we'll leave that for now. And what accessories have you got on? Life Drain is good for you. Mighty Blow, yeah. I mean, it's good stuff for somebody. Oh, it's just some vines. Not even vines, weeds. Alright. So we head back out this way. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Have I missed out on something interesting over here? I'm not talking about the Serpent Stone, but... Well, good thing we checked that. Otherwise we would have gone straight past this. Aha, so this is what they saw on that map. And what is it? That's some pretty good stuff. Wow, a guard gaining sword is something that I am quite happy to take. The question becomes, where's this going to take us? Oh, so there's another way down there. Or rather, this is the way down, the way back. Okay, where'd you guys come from? Don't you be silly with me like that. You know how I feel about these things. Speaking of how I feel about these things, did I ever set a quick save button? I guess I didn't. Okay, so let's get back on track. We were to head down this way and then follow our nose. And it should be taking us somewhere of interest. think we've got two options for routes here, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it looks like if we head straight on, it might take us over to a new camp. If we go down, it'll take us to where we want to be. So let's head straight on first. Deal with that later. Perhaps not as straightforward as I first thought. Is there not actually a path here?
Careful! That was a big one.
We need to go deeper.
Only way down from here is falling. Not keen on that.
There has to be another way.
So this is perhaps not the official sanctioned route? Everybody huddle up. Let's get to it. You don't need that barrier, do you? Excuse you. And you're done. Left no remains for us, eh? This does look like where we're supposed to be. AKA my least favorite thing in the world. Now we can always go back out there. I suppose. Should it become at some point necessary? I don't think we're blocked. They did not want me getting up there. I can see why. There's nothing here. What's that? Okay. So there is a secret up there. How do I get back up here? Dang it. Have I been hoisted by my own petard? This is a lot going on here. There's a lot of exploration that we need to do. Okay. So I gotta go back out, drop back down. And then from there, try and make our way to that door we saw without dying and falling off the ledge to our deaths. That's the plan right now. Yeah, so I can see it right over there. How to get to it. You do not want me going this way, do you? The rest of the team's over there, so why can't I? There's an invisible wall here. Really? Because it doesn't seem like the quest has been completed. Oh. Well, don't I feel silly. Sorry, gang. Oh, what have you got for us this time, door? Hey, neat. Oh, so that was it. That was the whole thing in there. Alright. That's fine. No, there was another side area here. Crew? I get the feeling there's going to be trouble. And we may need to make it double.
Darkspawn are getting worse. Must be close to a nest.
That explains the stench.
You got knocked down. Okay. Oh. Need more gears. Well, I think I saw one over here. Gear here. And one there. That should bring us up to 5. Oh, and this just brings us right back around to where we were. So it's just a little detour there. But now we should have the gears required to come through here. All right, Lever.